girl, Amber Lucero. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Amber, and if you are not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get my upcoming videos, because you are going to want to update and notified on the upcoming videos that are coming, because we are on a series of self-love right now, and I just got to tell you, it is so important right now that you do self-care and learn how to love yourself. And so I'm going to be going over everything, talking about therapy, loving yourself, how to get yourself out of toxic. I'm going to go through all of this, so you definitely want to stay tuned for this. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, okay? And also, if you are not already, make sure to follow me on my social media, which is Facebook, Amber Lucero, and then my Instagram and my Snapchat, which are both Lucero A24. So go ahead and follow me on there, and so as you guys can see, and I have a book right here because I had to put all my notes on there, because I didn't want to miss anything, and I want to make sure that we got into the nitty-gritty of everything. Alright, so I got questions and everything. It looks like a lot of people are wondering, so I want to go through each and one of these so we can talk about it, so you guys can get to know about it, okay? So as you guys can tell, the title is Selfish and Unbothered. You don't want to be a doormat? You just don't want to deal with all of the drama. You want to be in self-love and understand your boundaries. Unbothered. Bye, Felicia. But, so the first topic is, what I was looking at is a lot of people say is, how do you allow yourself to be selfish? And being able to say no to things and understand that the reason that you're saying no is for a reason and for a specific purpose. I feel like in our hearts, and especially me, I'm very guilty of this, is that I have the hardest time saying no to people because I always want to be the person that helps. So it's not because I necessarily feel like they need it, or certain circumstances I just feel like it's not needed, but I'll still do it because that's just the type of person that I am. But I do want to go into this because I feel like it is a huge part of understanding your boundaries and understanding that you don't need to say yes to everything, and understand that when you set a boundary and say no, it's for a reason, and that it's okay for you because it makes sense. So I really highly recommend trying to say no, because, for example, when you say no to know that you don't want to do something because it's something that you feel is not necessary and something that you feel deep within inside, when you say no, you guys, it's like a huge relief. It's like the hugest relief that you feel inside. It's like, dang, like, I actually said this, and dang, like, you start thinking about all this other stuff going on. And I also wanted to go into, sorry if I'm looking down, but I had to because I need to talk about all of this stuff, into the nitty-gritty and all of this other stuff, okay? So, a big topic, and I know a lot of people have wanted to know more about this information and more understand of how to do it, is a question that I got was, when losing yourself in your relationship by weight gain, not taking care of yourself, starting to be insecure, and then ruining your relationship. So I want to go into this because I feel like as women, I feel like we allow ourselves to go into relationships and be able to give everything that we're supposed to give. We have this idea, and I feel like, especially in the Mexican culture, it's taught where you basically provide for, or like you do everything for the guy and he's the provider. And I think understanding the circumstances in regards to that is, that's not how it works. It doesn't have to work like that. It can just be where you guys are both working, you guys are both putting 100% into your relationship, paying the bills, paying everything in half, and doing your part. What I've noticed is that as women, and I'm guilty of this, and I can literally sit here and speak on it because I'm guilty of allowing myself to do all this stuff and continue to do all this other stuff that is going on around, and not continue to focus the attention on myself and to the things that are important to myself. And what I mean by that is by weight gain. We started to like are gaining a lot of weight. They say, oh, es que ya, you're in a lot of love, it's because that's you're happy. No, that's not true. It's like, I just felt like you could lose or you can gain a lot of weight in a marriage or even a relationship. And I feel like it's important to be able to take care of yourself and be able to understand that, if it's not working out or if it's eating healthy or doing whatever it is that you can continue to be all of that and make yourself feel good to be in a healthy relationship. I think it's easy for us to step out and, try to put, as women, is put all of this tension ourselves to say that we need to be this way or we need to do that or we need to satisfy this person. But in order for you to be able to satisfy anything in a relationship, you have to be happy with yourself. And if it starts with you feeling good about your body, or if it starts with you going out and taking care of yourself, doing your nails, doing your hair, putting on makeup in the morning, taking a shower early in the morning, going to the gym, cooking food, or taking care of your kids, doing whatever it is, do stuff with the intention that everything around you is positive. Understand that, there's going to be little hiccups and stuff that come into the way, and they're going to come in the way, and they're going to be there to challenge you and tell you, hey, this is what's happening and this is how it's going on. But every time that you notice that there's something negative that's coming into your life, the best thing for you to do is take yourself away from that situation for just a moment. Take yourself away from that situation, understand and process what is going on and how you're feeling. And if it is your weight gain, or if it's not taking care of yourself, or it's you're stressed out, your anxiety, or whatever it is, take a moment to take yourself out of that situation. Hold yourself back. Don't act out of anger. Don't act out of anything. Actually take a step back to say, hey, I need to take a moment. You have the right to say what you need to say. And that's what I want to get to, is when you take yourself away from the situation, you allow yourself to be able to think about the actual cause of what's going on. How do you feel this way? What's causing you to feel that way? And break it up into pieces to allow yourself to understand the situation and deal with it as you need to be able to turn that negativity into be something positive. So I hope that makes sense. But I promise you guys, if you guys allow yourself to be able to say in your relationship, just as a starter, because I know that as women we are hard on ourselves, and we continue to be harder on ourselves. Just that's who we are. And I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, not because of anything else. It's just nature, and that's who we are. Period. You know what I mean? So another thing is about self-love and empowerment. Yes, girl, is basically hygiene, makeup, getting ready, listening to podcasts, self-improvement, doing things that make you happy. So I think it's super important as a woman or any person is to basically understand the needs of what makes you happy. Because I feel like we all know our desires, we all know what makes us happy, and we all know what that feeling of satisfaction is. And so what I think is, is for myself, or what I feel like is that when you write down these things that make you feel good, and you know that they are, and making them a priority, and understanding that you need that time to yourself to either get your makeup done, or so that you can feel a certain way, or you need your nails done because, girl, that's what you need. I need to get my nails done because they look ratchet. No? So you just need to understand you matter and you are important, and your needs and the things that make you feel good are going to allow you to be positive and feel good in everything you do. It's like waking up in the morning and knowing your routine and the things that are constantly going. Putting sticky notes on your mirror to remind you that you're beautiful. You got this, girl. Don't give up on yourself. Reminding yourself constantly that never to give up and to understand that you can do this. Don't let anything bother you. Don't let anything come in your way and get the best of you. Understand that it's constantly like a roll, like a, what is it, a little spinning thing that's going to constantly come around, and it's going to be like, hey, girl, you know what? I'm ready to knock you off your feet. And you better hold on, because if not, you're going to fall. That's exactly what this world is like. And I feel like each day you just have to allow yourself to understand and love yourself and take care of yourself, so that when things like that come into your life, they don't bother you. You're like, que te vaya bien, you know? Like, you're not going to deal with it. You have to understand that you are important. And I wanted to go into this, is that when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, then the world feels better. And you feel better. And that's when everything else can happen. Is like, when you're happy, everybody else around you is happy. You attract positive around you, and everything else just seems to be working. There's going to be people that come around, they're going to be like, no girl, you need this or that. But no, don't let them try to tell you otherwise, because you are important and you matter, and your opinion matters too. Another thing is to allow yourself this, because I am so guilty of this, is that I like to be right. And when I have to be right, or it has to be with how my say is, or like I'm right, period. And so I've learned that over the years, that everybody thinks different. Everybody's raised different. Everybody comes from a different place. Everybody understands things different. What I think is right, somebody may think is wrong. What I think is right, somebody may think is wrong. So you have to understand that the way that we think and the way that we have learned things are super different. So even in my relationship, it's like I've learned to say, okay, you know what? I feel like I'm right, but that's the way he feels. You can think the way that you think, and I'm going to think the way that we think. We understand that we think that way, and we got our point across, and we can take it how it is, you know? And I think that's super important, because I think you have to address, and you should never feel like you have to feel a certain way when you don't feel something that is what you actually believe deep down inside. Don't ever feel like you don't have the right to say what you need to, because you should have the right to say what you need to, and at least get your part across. You may not be right in certain circumstances, but you still deserve the chance to get your point across. And I think that's just super important, of allowing yourself, it's growing and learning how to love yourself, and learning how to like get through everything that you need to, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be any situation of where it's just like, yeah girl, you know, get through this and you got this, you know what I mean? Or you're right and that's 100% in you, whatever, you know what I mean? No, you still have to respect, but you still respect the more of understanding that it's not worth going through other things. As well as, let's go to another one, is spend on money as you want, and also the things you need. So I keep on saying I'm guilty of this, because you know what, you guys, it has taken me a long time to understand that sometimes, you know, we are selfish with our own selves. I think, you know, as being a mom, we're always wanting to give to our kids. Being a wife, we want to make sure we're giving to our husbands, like, you know, cooking, doing all the stuff that they need. And sometimes we forget to give to ourselves. And so even spending like $5, we're like, do we actually need it? Or is it just a want? No, there is some times that you should be able to, especially if you're working your ass off every single day and going to work and working really hard, taking care of your family, taking care of your kids. You deserve to spend money on yourself. You deserve to go get your nails done. You deserve to get your hair done. You deserve to buy you an outfit. You deserve every little thing that it is. Make sure that you can, you know your budgets and everything like that. But you deserve that. And I think even if it's to go get an ice cream, yeah, you deserve to be able to treat yourself with everything that you deserve and you know that you're worth. As well as, I do want to give a tip, because I think this is something important too, is always also to learn how to manage yourself and be able to give to yourself of something that's going to give to you in the long run. And what I mean by that is that if you're thinking about opening a business, for example, per se, I can say, say you want to open up a business, and say, for example, I have my Forever Lucero's lashes and Forever Lucero's boutique and beauty. I have both of those. The main thing is Forever Lucero's boutique and beauty. So I work around all that stuff, and I like to purchase stuff into my business. I create everything. I create the lashes. I look for clothing. I do all of that stuff. And so I'm purchasing into something that fulfills me and something that allows me to be happy with who I am and the things that I want around me. So, and I'm investing in myself. And so that's what I'm trying to get at, is that you want to put into yourself to make yourself feel good. But also look at the different things around it that will actually help you grow into the future and to become a better person of who you want to be. Be the better person of yourself. You know what I mean? So I think that's something that's really important. Plan vacations, you guys. Like, I don't know how many times that I talk about this, but me and my husband have made it where it is super important that we at least take 2 to 3 vacations every single year. And if I have to plan them a year in advance to what I already do, that's what I'm going to do. But I make sure that we go on the vacations. You have to disfrute la vida. You have to live life. You have to enjoy life. You have to love life. You have to take every opportunity that you have and take advantage of it, because you never know when your time is. And that's another thing. But you never know when that is, you know what I mean? So you need to live your life to the fullest and do everything that it is. Write down a checklist, you guys, if that's what it is. Write down a checklist of saying, hey, I want to go skydiving. I want to jump out of I wanted to jump out of a plane, or I wanted to swim with sharks. I wanted to go to the ocean. Whatever it is, make a list of that and check it off. You deserve to go on your vacations and get that done. Go do it. So I gotta say, this one is super important to me. And I like to talk about this because I feel like in the part of healing and trying to find self-love in yourself is also a big one into this one. And this one is dealing with friendships and understanding that the people that you're surrounded with have a big impact of the things that you do and the future goals. And so for me, it's super important because I feel like you need to surround yourself with positive people. These are the kinds of friends that I've had. Is we've never literally cussed at each other. We've never swore at each other. We've never called each other names. We've never put each other down. We've always told each other the truth, and we've always been there to call each other out when somebody needs to be called out and put them in their place. And I respect them for everything that they've done, and that's the kind of people that I want in my life. That's the people that I want to be around. Like, it's to put me in my place. Like, girl, you're wrong. You need to fix it. You need to get this together. Because you know what? They'll be like, bitch, you need to get it together. And I'm like, damn, like, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, those are the kinds of people that you want. I feel like there is people who will come in here and be like, just tell you all the kinds of stuff that you want to hear. When in reality, I feel like you need reality checks, and you really need to be you need to put things into perspective of what it really is to allow yourself to get through whatever you're going through. And it's always nice to hear their opinion and put it into your perspective of what needs to change. And I feel like having those kind of friends is very important, and just having people who are supportive and always there for you, to support you, like don't ask you for anything, they're just always there. And I love surrounding myself with boss bitches, or with boss moms and boss babes. I love surrounding them, like, girl, like, oh my god, you're amazing, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, you do it all. And you know what? I rather also, like, it goes a long way when somebody's honest with you. I think it's, even in my relationship, I've learned that. Like, my husband is very honest about everything, and he's taught me, like, honesty is so important to have within yourself. And even if you're saying the wrong thing or something happens, being honest may hurt, but it's gonna hurt worse if they're telling a lie. So it is better to know the truth. And I agree with that 100%. You just want those kind of people around you. You gotta be able to do you, girl. Only put your energy to the things that bring you positive outcome. And I want to rewind that and go back. Only put energy to the things that bring you a positive outcome. And that is awesome, you guys, because everything that you do in life, if you take a moment to allow yourself to be able to go through it and experience it and live it with happiness and do it for the well-being of the happiness and great person that you are, you're going to allow yourself in so many positive outcomes, and different things are going to come into your life. Just be that positive person that you could be. Every day is a different day. Just take each and every of your different circumstances in your life of what you're going to, and understand that there's always going to be something that's negative. But understand that you can identify the negative aspect of what's going on in your life, and you can make that positive. You just need to take a step back. You need to allow yourself to be able to deal with that negative aspect instead of just acting on it as it is in that certain, right in that situation. Just understand, okay, I need to take myself back. I need to think about it. I know what it is. Put it aside for a second. Put yourself in this place where you can allow yourself to just breathe. If that is, mine is waterfalls. I love thinking about waterfalls. And then just taking a deep breath, sitting there. And if you need to take deep breath in and a deep breath out, doing that. And just and then start thinking about the situation, and then keep on inhaling and inhaling and outhailing. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you just do it in that, breathe in your nose, out your nose, and then or out your mouth, and then you'll go ahead and just keep on doing that and repeating everything else in your mind. And if you need to, this is when therapy is like they teach you. There's either you could tap or whatever. And you'll keep on repeating it until it finally just comes into your life, and where you realize that negativity was not even something that really bothered you. And it was just something little that triggered you, made you think a certain way. And I just, I really feel like improvement and just allowing yourself to not be bothered by the things that are going on around you is super important. It's important to love yourself. It's important to take each day to be grateful for the things that you do have. Just have to enjoy and take each day as it is, and then just deal with it as it comes, to be able to allow yourself to fulfill all the happiness and positivity around you that you deserve in every other way. But I hope that this video helped you guys, and I hope that you guys got as much information that you guys needed to at least take a step to allow yourself to get through whatever is going on in your life. And if there's anything that you guys want to mention below that you guys want me to talk about, or you guys feel like is super important to discuss, feel free to put that below. My next video is going to be talking about therapy, because I feel like this is a huge one, and it is a super important that is discussed, because it's amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about on the next one. So make sure to subscribe, you guys, and hit that notification, because there is so much self-empowerment, inspiration. Everything that you have is coming. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, because girl, you don't want to miss the tea. You don't want to miss the new stuff that you have to hear. You literally have to hear this. Make sure to follow me on my social media, which I'll just put on the bottom right here, so you guys can make sure to follow me on there. But I love you guys, and I hope you have a good night. And I'm just so happy. I just want to say I'm so happy about this series, because just means everything to me, and it's been my entire thing of trying to figure out everything of what makes me happy and how I feel right now. And I'm just so happy with everything, and I'm so excited. I just hope that you guys, oh my god, I love this video as much as I can, as I do, as well as make sure to list anything if you guys feel anything, or comment below. I love you guys. Besitos.